Well, what do we have here? Well, look at this. A little 1972 Honda ST50. This had lain in the chap's garage since the late 70s. He bought it brand new, or his dad bought it for him brand new when he was just a boy, and he learned to ride on it. After a while, as we grow out of things and get fed up with things, it just get parked up and left. And when it came time to move house, which was fairly recently, they had to clear the lockup, and this little one had to be sold. So I stepped in and bought it. It didn't quite look like this. There was the wheels were off it and the engine was out it. I just cobbled it together. The reason I done that was to take photographs of it for registration. Applied for the dating certificate, which I've received, and I've sent that off to DVLA, so I'm just waiting to hopefully get a registration number for it. The chap that had it believed it was a K-Reg, which in the UK is a 1972, and the dating certificate confirmed that. The serial numbers and the VIN number and the engine number are all intact, so that has confirmed that okay. If you're familiar with the channel, you'll be aware I'm working on the CT90 at the moment. Been slightly held up with the weather. I'd like to get we're working on the body parts just now, the frame and the other components to get them prepared, painted, etc. So that should be done soon, and after that I will look at this little one. What I'm thinking at this point, and again it would be nice to get your opinion, whether you're viewing the video or whether you're a subscriber, but nice to get your opinion. These little engines, they put out about 4.5 horsepower, something like that. The earlier ones are a wee bit more pokey than the later ones, but they're not much power in them, and I wanted to build this so that I could use it on the roads. And what I thought about was I've got a Lyfen 110 4-speed. I've no experience with Lyfens whatsoever, just what I've read about them, and mixed reviews. Most people seem to think they're pretty good, and my thoughts are maybe to fit it in here, because it would do a couple of things. It would upgrade the electrics to 12 volt, which means I could put LED lighting on it, as well as the indicators and things like that. But more importantly, it would give a little bit more poke for modern traffic. Now, the wheels and the brakes and the chassis and these little things are never going to hold a tremendous amount of power, but I do believe that they could handle a bit more than what the standard engine puts out. So it'll be quite interesting to get your thoughts on that. I could build it as standard or as standard as possible, but I quite fancy making it a little bit more powerful and a little bit more usable for the road, so I'll get your opinions. I haven't spoken to Bob about it yet, so we'll see what his thoughts are. This is the early model that had the badges in the frame. The later ones had the decals. And I do have another one of these, almost identical. I think it's a year earlier in 1971. And I only have the one badge for that one. It's on one side of the frame, and I found it impossible over the last couple of years even to find one. So that other bike may be built with decals rather than the badges if I'm not able to source it. There is a few bits missing for this, and which I'm not too worried about, because I have a boxes loads of stuff for these. I should be able to source most parts for it, and I'm quite excited about it actually. I think it'll be a lovely little bike to ride. So yeah, this one's next. I'll get the CT done, get it finished, and then we'll go on with this. Incidentally, this was supplied by Jack Gow, who was a Isle of Man racer from Dundee, and he had a dealership in Dundee. So that's a little bit of history I'm aware of the bike, and that's about it really, and it's only had the one owner. So I'll keep you updated on how this one goes. Meantime, ride safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.